Welcome back to Clash and Burn. I am Johnny Clash, and today on Clash's Corner, we're going to be talking about internet problems before important events. Fortnite Chapter 5, and a bloody honest review. Let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Clash and Burn. I took a couple weeks off for the holiday, Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great, happy, healthy, fun Thanksgiving. There was a lot of football, a lot of food. There's been a lot going on in the video game world. It's been a little crazy. But I always look forward to Thanksgiving, not for the food, but mostly for just relaxing, 4 days off, Black Friday. Don't even have to go out, do anything, which I did go out. I took my daughter to meet Santa for the first time, and she was surprisingly okay. She's already met 3 Santas since, and she's meeting a 4th this Saturday. So far, so good. But I really enjoy just hanging with the fam, watching some football all day, which is what I normally do on a Sunday anyway. Big football fan. And it kind of got me thinking, like, is football the only sport that you could sit there for a full day and just watch every game of? Now, my biggest sport is 100% hockey. I'm a diehard Islanders fan. It's not even like there's another team that comes close where I'm like, oh, they're my second. No. Like, I'm ride or die Islanders, unfortunately, and that's that. But I feel like football, I'm a Giants fan, so we haven't been that good this year. But I've seen many Super Bowls in my life. Not all of them were victorious, only a few of them were, but I still got to see them. Same with being a Yankee fan. Like, it's not special to me anymore. But I feel like football is the only one where, especially if you play fantasy football, you can get so heavily involved in the sport because it's all majority on one day, Sunday. Then you have the Thursday and the Monday game, whatever. But those are just something cool that you could watch at night. So I enjoy watching those just late night, get home from work, eat dinner, and you're ready to watch football. But Sunday is like an all-day thing. But it's the only sport where each team, and I feel like each personality on the field, is a character. And I'm not saying like they do stupid things, which they do, but I feel like you know the players, even when they're not on your team, because it is on that weekend schedule. It is like, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like I don't have to watch the Giants every week. I can go watch Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, or go watch Jalen Hurts, like, I feel like there's so many personalities on the other team that you know at least a handful of guys from every team, even if they're not in your conference division. It's just so enjoyable to watch. Now, some people have argued, yeah, but there's so commercials, there's so many stoppages, sometimes it's boring. Yeah, sometimes it is boring, but tell me a sport that's not, I don't know. I enjoy it, and that was just a really random thought that popped in my head before recording, how usually I pick a team every year that for some reason I just follow. This year is Miami. I like watching Miami. They're a really good team, and they have a really good shot at making the Super Bowl. Last year was Kansas City. Probably the year before that was also Kansas City. That first year Tom Brady was on Tampa, I watched every single game. It was just so fun to watch. But even though hockey's my sport, I love it. I love to play it. I'm not good at it. I can't sit there and watch a full day of hockey of other teams that aren't mine. I could just watch my team, and that's really it. I don't know. But as usual, it would help a lot if you could subscribe and leave a 5-star review for this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and let me know what you want to talk about on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, at jclash21. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the deal. Fortnite OG happened. It came, it went. It seems like a blur at this point. I thought it was a lot of fun to go back. It kind of took you through the seasons week by week, which was fine. I didn't need a whole long chapter of just OG. I actually got quite sick of it towards the end because I feel like chapter 4, if you played, there was certain stuff they added. There was augments, there was gold, there was these AI bosses that when you beat them, you were able to grab different weapons. There was vaults that got you mythics and all this stuff. It was just so much to do. I feel like the map was so easy to navigate. There was movement every step of the way. Like you could use shockwaves. You could use a witch's broom that'll get you from point A to point B. OG comes, they scale it back. And it was like riding a bike. It was exactly what I remember. I only got to drop with the OG crew only once. They weren't that into it, and that's fine. They still play Warzone and all that every night, so whatever, to each their own. But now, OG is over. There's so much hype around this Big Bang event happening. I got the M&M skin. I was ready to go. I told my wife, I'm like, Saturday, plans are open, 2 p.m. I am sitting at my desk, and I am watching this Big Bang event. I'm going live on Twitch, which I have now, in the past 2 weeks, completely redone. I went live only once so far, but I plan on playing Marvel Snap. I plan on playing Fortnite. I'll get into something else in a little bit. But that was my plan for the day. I want to go into this event. Even though it was only a 15-minute event, I wanted to be there for it. I missed the last few. I'm back in this game. Everyone's going to be there, all the streamers, everything. So I want to see it. So it's maybe 10 o'clock. I was awake for a couple hours already. And I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to reorganize my room, my desk. Like I have a office across from my bedroom that I use to stream and to record the Game Marks podcast and all that. I'm sitting in it right now. And I had this like bright idea to just take everything out, take everything off my desk. I'm going to redo the wiring. I've been known to have really poor cable management. So I'm like, I got these clips. I'm going to put them, they're sticky, they go under the desk. I'm going to run everything down this leg of the desk, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a nice presentation. I'm going to put the monitors more centered so I have a little more space to maneuver and more space around me. I put the tower underneath because it used to be up top, but it really didn't need to be. I was really happy with the setup. So turned the computer on. I'm all good to go. My wife goes, there's no Wi-Fi. And I'm like, what do you mean? It says on the thing, it says Wi-Fi. My phone's connected. There was no Wi-Fi. So now I'm like, I look at my desktop. It says no Ethernet. It says, do you want to join Wi-Fi? Blah, blah, blah. Which I pulled the Wi-Fi card out a while ago. I don't even have it. And I'm like, oh shit, what did I do here? I'm trying everything. I'm on with Optimum. I'm on with whatever I could do. I'm on Reddit. No internet. I'm like, what the hell happened? So finally, I get on the phone with Optimum, not just the app, which is supposed to walk you through all this. And they tell me, we need to send a technician. Fiber optic cables are very fragile, and there's a chance you damaged it. Now I'm saying, oh, crap. I'm like, how would I damage it? They say you can't even unplug it from your router. So let this be heard by every single person here that has fiber optic cable. Now, I pay for the big package. I got the good cable. I got the gig just for me, pretty much. No one else really uses it. Don't touch the fiber optic cable. It's the little one with the green tips on the end. Don't touch it at all. Now, that's where I got pissed off. When I got this installed 2 years ago, they kind of just threw it on the floor anyway. They didn't tell me, don't touch this. They just threw it on the floor. I wasn't even moved in yet. So, of course, now I put together a desk. Now I'm rearranging that desk 2 years later. Of course it's going to move. Plus, it was wrapped around some other cable, so I just unplugged it unknowingly and plugged it back in. So now I'm panicking. I'm like, when can a technician get here? They're like, tomorrow. So now, not only at 12 o'clock, where I should have already been queued up into the game, am I missing the Big Bang event in Fortnite? Now I have no internet the rest of the night, which, I mean, the entire house is running off internet. I have a very old 100-year-old house, but I pretty much made it a smart home at this point. Like everything runs off the Wi-Fi. I can't even watch TV. I don't have cable. Like I watch on Sling. So man, that was just a kick in the nuts. I sat and watched Courage JD's stream of the Big Bang event, which if you're a fan of his, you were also watching with him, and he also could not get in due to an error. So he was watching through Cypher PK's stream, so it was like a watch of a watch of a watch. It was just so deflating, so just heartbreaking. My wife was kind of like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm explaining to her, like, no, this is kind of a big deal. But I'm glad I got to experience through Courage JD, through Cypher PK, and then later on in the night, they replayed it at 11. I was able to watch on Avery's stream once again. It just wasn't the same as being there. I was there for the black hole. I was there for all of them in the past. The one where everyone built up and then that one guy knocked everybody down and got like 80 kills. It was just so deflating. So deflating. Another thing that I want to talk about, which, by the way, the internet's good now. It's Fortnite Chapter 5. I've only played it a handful of times so far because time is limited with a baby. It is incredible. I like it. It's like Warzone meets Fortnite. It's everything you want. There are definitely some bugs, and they changed the movement and stuff, but I trust Epic so much right now after this event. After showing us Lego, which is coming out Thursday, which is going to be sick. Lego Fortnite. There's racing, and then there's music, which is like Rock Band. Oh, I trust Epic. They say they're listening. They always have listened, whether people want to troll, call it a dead game or not. 11 million people were in the event, so suck it. I trust them, and I feel like all the glitches and everything are going to be fixed within the next update, so that's fine. GTA 6. Finally, a trailer was released. Now, it was supposed to release, what's today? Today's Tuesday, this morning at 8 a.m., I think? 8:45 a.m., something like that, 9 a.m., but it leaked last night, so Rockstar said, screw this. They put it out there, so the leakers didn't get all the clout. And, yeah, I mean, it's everything you expected, which the biggest thing we expected was the date at the end where it said 2025. Now, that's really only 13 months from now, so it could be January, it could be whatever. Who knows? We expected that. The game looks incredible, and for a game that's not coming out for another full year, that could only get better. My God. I've been playing GTA 5 lately. Before all this, I cannot wait for 6. This is going to be incredible. And you can only think that this one's kind of based in like the fictional Florida. GTA 5's in the fictional California. They got to go back to Liberty City, right? GTA 7, I guess 10 years down the line, whenever that may be, 15 years. It has to go back to Liberty City. You need to cover all the major cities here. We could even go to Chicago. Do something like that. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I'm so excited for this game. It's going to be just absurd. Now, the one thing I've been curious is online. Now, first of all, in the preview, in the trailer, they don't mention PC or Switch at all. I'm a PC guy now. I'm also an Xbox guy, so I'm covered in at least one of those. But if you have just PC and Switch, you might be shit out of luck. But also I feel like PC, they will negotiate with either Xbox or Epic Games or Steam or somewhere and get the game out, because why wouldn't they? There's such a big community. Now, online play. Will there be online play? Will it come later? Will they still support 5? 5 has the biggest fan base probably in all of games now and ever. How can these people put so much money and time into there? How could you just pull it away from them? Unless they go hand in hand, unless they pull a Warzone 2.0 where that's gone, this is it. Maybe if you have 5, you could still play the new one. I don't know. I don't think a company can support both of those massive onlines. But then again, I feel like it's not going to happen for a while anyway, so I don't know. We'll see.
This video is sponsored by Dubby, complete jitterless energy to help you be better and catch that dub. Head on over to dubby.gg and get your 10% off by using code JohnnyClash at checkout. Complete jitterless energy. Dubby.
So the past few weeks, I've been talking about NHL 24, that I didn't really give it a go yet. Well, I gave it a go. And within 3 games, I rage quit and I refunded the game. Luckily, I did not play enough hours yet to justify not getting the refund, but Xbox was very quick with it. I got the refund instantly. Now, I didn't pay a lot for it to begin with. I used Xbox credits. I used PayPal money. So I really spent like $30 on the game. It was also on sale. So I got $30 back, whatever. But I have never played a game that had so many changes that I hated. I have played NHL. I think the first one I got was 04 or 05, 06 even. So I've been playing a while. I've gone through all the changes of like the new thumbstick controls and whatever year that was. I've done it all. But this year, this game is butchered. It's so clunky. It makes it just hard to play. I played some online games, like I said. I played some just regular exhibition games. I could not get a handle on it. I was getting smoked by the CPU. It was just not fun. At one point in an online game, I had 4 seconds of puck possession time in the first period. And I think that's insane for someone who has played the game for as long as I have. Now, I'm not the best at this game. 23, I have maybe like a 80-40 record or something like that. Like, you're going to lose as much as you're going to win, especially online. Like, it's not, no one's a master unless you're a professional. And even so. But I just hated this game so much. I figure I'm refunding this. I'm going to keep playing 23. I'm going to keep going through my franchise and all that, because why not? Why play a new game that I don't like? And it will be on the Game Pass before the year's over, and I will just maybe dive back in at that point. But right now, I'll stick to 23. I'll stick to whatever else, but poof, what a butchering. All right, it is honest review time. Today I want to talk about Fall of the House of Usher. It is a Mike Flanagan show. If you know Mike Flanagan, he did Midnight Mass. He did The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor. I think it's The Midnight Society or something like that. A few other shows. I think everything he has ever made is a hit. I love them all. Haunted of Hill House was just incredible and mind-blowing. I've watched it at least 3 times already. Bly Manor was a little It wasn't great, but it was still good. But Midnight Mass, I think, was my absolute favorite so far. So when I saw the preview for Fall of the House of Usher, I just had to go in. And man, it was one of those shows that started so weird, but once you start putting the pieces together and once the episodes keep progressing, you just can't stop watching. You can't stop looking away. It was so good. If you're into horror and just gory, gruesome, psychedelic stuff, watch this show. It's the same it's mostly the same cast as the other shows, Fall of the House of Usher and the Bly Manors, the Hill Houses, and the other Mike Flanagan shows. But it did also have the police officer or detective and the police officer and the detective from Reacher, which season 2 of that's coming out, and I can't wait to review that. Willa Fitzgerald is in it. She plays Roscoe in Reacher, but she is an incredible actress. She is so good in everything she is in. She is pure evil in Fall of the House of Usher, and I really think you should watch it. So that's my honest review this week, and I hope you all enjoy if you decide to watch. All right, but that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks for coming back after Thanksgiving, and please leave a 5-star review wherever you can. I will greatly appreciate it. It helps this podcast so much. Please check out my other show, the Game Marks Podcast, where we discuss a different wrestling video game each and every week and offer up our rating. This week is Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, a nice classic. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JohnnyClash and twitch.tv/JClash21, and I will see you next week on Clash and Burn.